Hi guys, it's Amy Eden of Guess What Normal Is. Susan and I are doing our radio show this morning, which we do every other Sunday. On today's episode, we are going to be talking about the tendency people have who are doing work on themselves and working on their self-development, who begin to diagnose and focus on the faults and the need for improvement in other people rather than focusing on their own work. I'm always interested in how certain things function for people. There's the psychology of it, and then there's I like to ask the question, what is a fear or a delay in action preventing? What is it that we're afraid of? A lot of people, when they are in a relationship, tend to delay the ending of that relationship for a really, really, really long time. Let's say you're in a relationship and you kind of are getting a sense that you guys aren't compatible. When I've had that thought, I immediately reject it. No, I do not accept, I reject that answer that we're not compatible. So then I tend to think, well, if they could just change X, Y, and Z, or really just X, it could work. So the problem is, it's a delaying mechanism. Certainly if you are addressing it with the person and say, look, I find it hard to trust you because I don't feel like I'm getting straight answers. When I asked you about this, you said this, and so on. So let's say you address it and then you get, an answer that feels like justification or defensiveness and excuses. So then you're faced with, what do? Do you say, okay, this isn't going to work for me, and I know that better is out there? Or do you think, well, he's just got this problem, and you forget to look at your part? If you're focused on the flaws of others and the work that they need to do, your intolerance of people is denying your own capacity for change. So for myself, because obviously in doing this work, I do think about other people's struggles, as well as my own. And I certainly have to remind myself to focus on my own. So what I do is, when I feel that kind of icky feeling I get when I am thinking about crazy things that are wrong with other people, I feel the icky feeling, and it feels like I drank buttermilk. It's gross. I just do an about face. I go, whoop, okay, I'm focused on them. That's going nowhere and it feels gross. And think, okay, why don't I just focus on my work? Why don't I just finish this sandwich or whatever it is, or write? Am I doing the good things for myself that I should be doing? Am I writing? Am I talking to friends, and so forth? A lot of people grow up with an overdeveloped sense of responsibility. There's my cat. People who have an overdeveloped sense of responsibility are likely to put on their passenger's oxygen mask first, and instead of then putting on their own, which is the opposite of how it's supposed to work, they put on their fellow passengers' oxygen mask, and then everyone else is on the plane. And only then, if there's time, will they put their own on. So here's a question for you guys. Do you feel that honoring your needs, getting your needs met, asking for your needs to be met, voicing your needs, is selfish? So I know that's a touchy one for some people because they were raised to address the needs of others around them in order to be safe, because as long as they kept the people and their lives happy, they were safe from their scorn. Getting to a place where you truly believe and truly honor your own needs as valid, that's a good place to get to. It really is. So there's some food for thought. See you guys later.